12 states and the District of Columbia have policies in place to adjust their minimum wages based on inflation, according to the Economic Policy Institute. Now, the latest 8.3% reading will impact wages in these 7 states, which have policies based on the August to August CPI change. The current minimum wages, as seen here on the screen, will go up by amounts specific to each state. Now, the changes will come into effect January 1st, 2023. Rochelle?
Well, as inflation continues to run hot, retirees are wondering how Social Security benefits might be impacted. Personal finance reporter Kerry Hannon joins us with the latest cost of living adjustment and what it means for the millions of Americans who are in this position. So, Kerry, what do people need to know?
Well, absolutely, Rochelle. And once again, we've seen a kind of tweak on what they're expecting. This summer, the analysts were saying the cost of living adjustment to keep pace with inflation was likely to go to 10%. Not so much now. So what happened is even though we saw the consumer price index increase in August, the index that the Social Security Administration uses to set the cost of living adjustment for Social Security benefits actually went down, and it went down in July as well. So as a result, that number is not necessarily keeping pace with the inflation number. Now, while that's a big number, it's a really good number. And in fact, it would, if the analysts I spoke to at the Senior Citizens League expect it'll be about an 8.7% jump, right? So that's a pretty good bump up. It will be the largest since 1981, when it was about 11.2%. So this is significant, and it's important because the whole reason why we have the cost of living adjustment in the Social Security benefits is really to help maintain the buying power for Social Security benefits as prices rise. Now you say, what the heck? Why did this actually go down when everything else is going up? Groceries are going up, and electric bills are going up, and all of these things. But that's because this index that Social Security uses is more heavily weighted towards gasoline prices. So yeah, we have, gratefully, we are seeing gas prices come down, but that's reflected in this index that is going to be the one that determines the cost of living adjustment. Again, I will note this will not actually come out until October, about October 13th, once the September numbers come out. And we know what Social Security does is they look at the adjustments for their index, this index I just mentioned, for July, August, and September, and then they compare it. They take that average and compare it against last year. So we're not there yet, but everyone I talked to said 8.7, maybe 9%. That should be where we land.
Of course, there's always nuances. So are there any drawbacks for some retirees that come with this benefit bump?
Yeah, Rochelle, that's a really good question. What is the fact is that the bump is really great news, right? But what could happen is that increase in the monthly benefit could push people into a bigger tax bill because it could take them above the limit, that the threshold that where your benefits are taxable. So that is a concern. People will talk about that. But frankly, I think, having the big bump is everything. Social Security benefits are necessary to keep for the eroding buying power of these things out there. So, that's probably what we're going to see, and let's hope it is.
Great tips and updates, as always. Kerry Hannon, thank you so much. I know a lot of people will be appreciating that. Have a good afternoon.